Live from Statesboro, this is 99 at 9 with Alex Richburg, Harley Strickland, Kyara Highsmith, Chris Smith, Tasha White, Zach Araghetti, Caitlin Oliver, Meg Elwood, Jontavia McDonald, Mario Hernandez,
Tonight on 99 at 9, a young boy gets home thanks to a charitable act. We visit the various coffee shops around Statesboro. We look at the aftermath of a tornado that occurred in Bullitt County. Hello, welcome to Channel 99 at 9. I'm Damian Henderson, and tonight we will look at how a young mother gets her sick son home after a hospital visit in a different state. Also, we go behind the coffee machine and take a deeper look at the coffee shops around Statesboro. We look back at the devastation caused by a tornado that hit Bullitt County, and finally, we have a Georgia Southern alumni and Statesboro student Mario Lawson joining us in the studio to talk about what it is like being a local artist trying to make it in the business. A boy who was fighting.
They made our go home now.
It's been a rough few months for this
a genetic disorder got an extraordinary gift not only from strangers but a medical transport team. Bruno Tumulty spoke with the boy's mother, who was extremely grateful.
But he can't respond to me anymore.
Little Robert Fausto of Houston, Texas, was diagnosed in October with a genetic disorder called adrenoleukodystrophy. Within a matter of weeks, he lost the ability to talk and walk. His mother brought him to New York for treatment at Maria Ferrari Children's Hospital in Valhalla, but getting back home proved to be a problem.
It became kind of priority number one to getting back to his family.
Donations started rolling in on a GoFundMe page to pay for a flight home.
I still have bills at home. I put the GoFundMe page to see if people could help me.
Many people did, but it simply wasn't enough. So Express Air Medical Transport and Air Ambulance companies stepped up, donating the flight to Robert and his mom.
He's just had a bad run, and if we can do one good thing for him, we absolutely going to do everything in our power to do so.
We were at Westchester County Airport as the little boy was taken by stretcher onto the plane that will take him back to Texas. Right. Where he'll be surrounded by loved ones.
He gets to see all his family now. Hopefully that would get a smile out of him.
After some final checks, they were ready to depart. The flight itself will take several hours, and there will be a pit stop in Kentucky before that little boy is back home in Houston. At Westchester County Airport, Bruno Tumulty, News 12.
Coffee shops are popular in Statesboro, and their popularity is growing partly because of the variety of atmospheres they create. Each place has something different to offer customers, whether a specialty drink or knowledge of the coffee-making process. These distinct qualities make each place as unique as the people that frequent them.
Statesboro is home to several unique homegrown coffee shops, the most popular being Three Tree Coffee Roasters, The Daily Grind, and Cool Beans. College towns seem like a good place to start a coffee shop. Three Tree Roasters comes from the University of Georgia area.
So my wife and I, we had worked in specialty coffee up in Athens for a total of 2.5 years, both of us. And when we moved down to Statesboro, we just found ourselves having to order coffee online to make it ourselves at home. And so we decided that, well, why not just start roasting it? So we bought this 1-pound roaster called the Hucky 500 that we just took out to our back porch and started roasting, and it was definitely a learning process.
The owners of Three Tree want to do more than sell coffee, but also inspire people to do the right thing. Their popular circular tree logo symbolizes life, and their desire for positive impact has 3 facets, hence the 3 in Three Tree.
We want to empower our coffee farmers, end human trafficking, so any kind of current day slavery, and we want to engage our local community.
Other coffee shops in Statesboro start with the basics and concentrate on the creation of a good cup of joe.
Roasting and brewing, you get to combine those two sides, the artistry and the scientific side of it. And so I just started dabbling with roasting, bought a little roaster, It's like a little convection oven, basically, and started roasting the very small batches, and would let my customers try, and like, oh, you need to sell this, you need to sell this, and so it just kind of grew from there.
Each shop has a unique beginning and different aspects that attract customers.
We really stress the whole package. That's something we always talk with our staff about and remind ourselves about, is that a brand is an experience.
In the case of the coffee store owners, it's a shared experience. Each of the coffee shops has a history with one another. The Daily Grind was where Philip and his wife went on dates, and when they opened up Three Tree, David Hoyle bought their roasted coffee before he started roasting coffee himself.
As I roasted, as I made their coffee, and I'm always wanting to learn stuff. And that, as in any type of job, or actually not job, but industry you're in, you always want to keep learning.
And David found his answers in South America. He was amazed at the difference in their coffee and what he had experienced in the U.S.
Have worked all around the country, and as I traveled, I've always enjoyed coffee. And then about 5 years ago, I had an opportunity to travel down to South America and actually experience fresh coffee, which just blew my mind. And the fact that I could drink coffee without cream and sugar and not, gag or spit it back out just was amazing.
Starbucks is a brand that is recognizable and remains a popular choice with many, but some people look for more than logos and familiar flavors. Local coffee shops add a personal feel that draws in those searching for something off the beaten trail.
As the brick walls, the old ceiling, it's one of the original ceilings, and just, and then the people here just give it a really nice homey feeling, always make people feel welcome. The coffee-wise, the one thing that people always say when they have my coffee the first time is that, oh wow, this isn't bitter.
To the regulars, Hoyle's coffee is good to the last drop because they can't get it anywhere else.
With Dunkin' Donuts, theirs are all flavored, and when I say flavor, like the not whether it's vanilla or hazelnut or caramel, it's those light favorite flavors of like a green apple or chocolate or currant or any type of berry flavor, and they're very subtle. And that's what local roasters and local coffee shops do. They focus on that, whereas the Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks will use those dark, heavy coffees that are bitter, that you have to put a lot of cream and sugar and flavor to mask the underlying taste that's not quite as good.
We put a lot of effort into how we roast our coffees, how we brew our coffees, and making sure that's consistent across all of our employees.
The local shops don't mask any of their flavors, nor their desire to make you feel as if you have found a hidden treasure. Depending on how you feel, you can find a shop that caters to your tastes.
Look at the other coffee shops, and I think we each have our own roasting philosophy.
There's an area called the Treehouse that has couches and carpet, and it's kind of more homey. We have an outside patio area, and then we have this downstairs area, which is a little bit more, you can study, you've got a hard table, things like that. So the atmosphere is something we hear a lot, and lastly, we know that the coffee is really good.
For Eagle News, I'm Caitlin Oliver.
It seems as though the stories behind the coffee shops are almost as good as the Joe. Whatever your taste for coffee may be, with the variety of options in Statesboro, you are sure to be satisfied. Tornadoes ripped through Statesboro, injuring at least 7 people in an early morning thunderstorm. This past Thursday morning, a tornado touched down in Bullitt County between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. The tornado landed in the area of Old River Road South and Lily Hagan Road. The National Weather Service says the tornado stretched 300 yards wide and lasted for 10 miles. The tornado has been confirmed as an EF2 and sustained wind up to 130 miles per hour. The storm has left behind power outages, broken trees, and damaged homes, causing roads to be blocked for disaster services, the fire department, and electric crews. Bullitt County EMA says at least 7 people were injured due to the storm. One person was flown by Lofstar to a hospital in Savannah with serious injuries, and the others were transported to East Georgia Regional Medical Center in Statesboro. The damage caused and the status of the 7 people are unknown. Our reporters here at Channel 99 will keep you updated on the issue. I'm your host for tonight, Damian Henderson. Tonight we have a special guest joining us tonight. He is a Georgia Southern alumni. His name is Mario Lawson, also known as Young Joe. And we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back here at Channel 99 at 9.
My name is Fabian Upshaw, and this is my story. I'm a Georgia Southern Eagle. I wear number 13. I received my undergrad in sports management, and now I'm working on my MBA. I just always want to try to do the right thing and, set the right example for people, and just trying to, have as much fun in life as possible. My dad died when I was 17 of a heart attack. My father's name was Wayne, and I most remember car rides with him when he would just break out singing songs, and he couldn't sing at all, but he used to, just make me laugh and just dance all silly and stuff. Part of my pregame ritual, I do that right before I go in, no matter where I'm at, home or away. I just kind of talk to my dad, just let him know that I'm thinking about him and I know he's watching me. And always say that he has the best seats in the house now, because normally, like, anything I go to, he's either right there on the front, like on the baseline when it was basketball, or like he stands right up against the fence whenever he's playing high school, or he's at the very top, so I can always hear him. And I just know now that he has the best seats in the house. Yeah, kind of like while I'm out there playing, I can kind of just hear my dad just, right there behind me, just running behind me saying, that's my boy. He always used to say that. He used to brag to people all the time about, me playing all kinds of sports. He just tell people, that's my boy out there, and how proud of me he was.
My name is Carol Upshaw. I'm Fabian Upshaw's mom, and he's special to me because he's opened doors for all of us that we never saw possible.
The Eagle Fund affects more than just one person. It affects a family.
College meant a lot to him because he'll be the first from my immediate family to graduate from college. So it means a lot to him.
It meant a lot to my mom for me to actually go to school and her not have to pay for it. And she stressed out a lot to me and my brother that she didn't have those opportunities to go to school and further her education. So just being able to give this back to my mom, it meant a lot to me, and I know it meant a lot to her.
It was a very proud moment to see him walk across the stage and doing this little dance that he did when he walked across the stage. So it was a very proud moment for us and our family.
It felt great. It felt like I accomplished something that really meant a lot to me, and I know my dad was really proud of me if he could be here, and I just know that was something that he would have loved to see happen.
It was a blessing for me to see him get into college, and right now I'm going also for my AS and Office of Medical Administration. Go! Yes!
We're all on the same team, and we all want to win. How true are you? Help build the Eagle's Nest. For just $120, you will impact a student like me.
Yeah, I missed you, boo.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Welcome back to Channel 99.9. I'm your host for tonight, Damian Henderson. Tonight we have with us a special guest and Georgia Southern alumni, Mario Lawson, but some of you may know him as Young Joe. What's up, man? How you doing?
What's going on?
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And for the people that are watching that haven't heard any of your music or haven't seen your face, can you explain to them who you are for us?
Basically, my name is Young Jolt from Statesboro. My music is basically like, Southern style anthem-based music. I try to keep it, diverse with everything I do, musically wise. I never try to stray too far out of my lane because, like I said, I want to be very authentic with what I do as an artist.
Cool. So describe what the journey has been like so far, and what has been your most rewarding moment as an artist so far?
My most rewarding moment, well, the journey is amazing. Starting this off back in 2010, it's been 7 years now, and to come from, just having an interest with recording, going into the studio with my homeboy and watching him recording, having an idea and just asking questions about what goes down and how to produce a song and all like that. So I took a chance with it and, just out of curiosity to see how I sound and all like that. And I came up with my first song titled 30 Strong. It was crazy. The producer was like, you have a great sound. Just keep developing and keep developing. And so, I kept doing it. It was a hobby until, it started becoming more serious and, the locals wise started, paying a little bit more attention to it. And, just kept developing and it became from a hobby to something that, I love doing and something I want to continue to keep doing. It's phenomenal.
And what's been your most rewarding moment so far?
My most rewarding moment has been it just happened last Friday. I actually performed at Statesboro High. I was called in back in October by one of the teachers there at Statesboro High to ask to come in and be the guest performer for their talent show. And, going and bringing a live band and, really just stepping on that stage and getting the crowd response. The crowd response was just amazing. To them to just, chant back the words from my song, that's very rewarding as an artist.
I bet. So what is your biggest inspirations as an artist?
My biggest inspiration is to inspire, to motivate the listeners to continue to push forward with whatever they do. I go by a saying, a slogan. I say it in everything I do. Keep faith strong and your dreams alive, because myself coming from a small city and coming from a background that I came from, I didn't have a lot. So, and I was a troublemaker, so I stayed in a lot of trouble, and being held back kind of awoken me a little bit, and God telling me, just keep pushing forward. This isn't the end of your journey. You have to change, and pushing forward up to this day, I made it. Coming to college and finishing and graduating and getting 2 degrees. I feel like I have so much.
That's what's up. What do you think separates you and your music from the other artists that are out there currently?
Basically, well, what separates me is, my sound, of course. I feel like my sound is so much more different than what you would hear on the radio. The style of music, just the works and the stuff that you hear. You wouldn't expect that on you wouldn't expect to hear stuff like that in Atlanta. So would say you would expect to hear more a West Coast sound out of my music.
So as a local artist that's trying to make it mainstream, what has been the biggest challenge for you thus far?
Pretty much promotion. Doing this by myself, not really having a team behind me of promoting groups. That would probably be my biggest challenge. Getting promoting and doing it all by myself.
So music is not the only thing that you do. We just so happened to have a clip of a commercial that you were featured in.
Yeah.
So we're gonna play that.
Behind every flick of the switch, behind every engine that comes alive. Whether you're starting a brand new day or winding down to a relaxing evening, there will always be an efficient energy, powered by cutting-edge technologies, delivered to your workplaces and homes. So you only need to focus on what matters. Move the world forward. Mitsubishi Heavy Industries.
So music isn't the only thing that you create. I know you participate in movies and commercials and modeling as well. With so much going on, do you ever find yourself putting music before you're acting or vice versa? And how do you decide which comes first?
I just go with the flow. Like, I don't try to put one or the other. Like, I just go with it. I'm more of a just go getter. If the opportunity presents itself, just go with it. That's just me.
And when the commercial first came out, did you receive a huge response from your family and friends?
Oh yes.
How was that?
They was like, oh my God, you're gonna be famous. You're just gonna be famous.
So what can the audience look for from Young Jolt?
I actually am working on my album right now, titled Witness. I'm hoping to release it first quarter of next year, so keep a lookout on that.
Nice. All right, so to close out the evening, we would like to show the video for your single. It's called Ready or Nah, and you want to introduce it for us?
Okay. This is my official video, Ready or Nah, featuring my bro King Solo. It's a great video, man. Check it out.
Check it out.
You are now watching a Jolt's Music TV exclusive.
Joe Music, baby, yeah. They don't know. They don't know. Joe Music. Let go. They don't know. We're taking the time. If they don't know, we got it on up. If they don't know, we claiming the world. So look in your eye. Ready or not. If they don't know, we running the game. If they don't know, it's really a shame. If they don't know, we never gon' block. We got it on lock. You ready or not? See, I know y'all sitting here thinking, why here? Another independent artist trying to claim his year. I'm just another brother gonna get what's really mine. Cause these rich lames in the game really wasting time. Picture me on the big screen spitting rhymes. Let you know I take the time at what I do, I am the grind. From day one at the age of 4 had big dreams. Inspire, motivate, bless and build a team. They don't know and that's a shame, my team gon' take the top. As long as I keep breathing air, homie, Joke Music gonna rock. Salute with my group is for real, we going ham. Pause the beat for a second. Thank you fam, I'm here now forever. Mentality clever, I'm ready whenever. My empire better, my thing gon' flop never. I make your girl wetter, this record's a letter. I am the trendsetter. Just keeping it real, homie, I'm going live. The world been waiting on me, bro, I am that guy. Bringing forth a whole new legend. That's right, a hero born from a peasant. Check, they don't know, we taking the top. They don't know, we got it on lock. They don't know, we raising the bar. That's right, you ready or not? They don't know, we taking the top. They don't know, we got it on lock. They don't know, we claiming the world. So look in your eye. They don't know, we riding the game. They don't know, it's really a shame. They don't know, we never gon' pay. That's all we know.
You know you better ask somebody. When the king's in the building, everybody be quiet and listen. Manifest your vision. The mission is to have my words and some head-on collisions. We're instrumental, destruction, there be your boys in it. But I'm riding around like ain't nothing on your boys in it. Rock with a winner, me and my brother Joe eating these cats for dinner. All kung pao chicken rappers, getting dismembered. Into the dragon, Bruce Lee, these Master Splinter. The perfect mixture, King Solo painting a picture. Too much to handle, a verbal Van Gogh. Remember, we here to take what I know they ain't trying to give us. Augusta, Georgia, that's my city, I'm rocking with you. You have my word, I will always deliver. It's Ripper, that's the brand, I'm sticking to it. Cause we cranking out all of the better music. Man, I'm in this thing, and it ain't gon' change. Let the drums go bang for the homies. Cause some people might see your shades when they peep your watch. Now all of a sudden them cats know me. My dog got into at the bottom, rode around at the top. Saying that much more that y'all can show me. But I'm always willing to learn. So if you got it, come with it. Before I get to the top and get all lonely. Let y'all tell it.
They don't know, taking the time. They don't know, we got it all right. They don't know, playing the world. Saluting you now, ready or not. They don't know, we running the game. They don't know, it's really a shame. They don't know, we never gon' fly. We got it all right, ready or not. They don't know, we taking the time. They don't know, we got it all right. They don't know, we playing the world. Saluting you now, ready or not. They don't know, we running the game. They don't know, it's really a shame. They don't know, we never gon' fly. We got it on lock, ready or not. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know, we playing the world. Saluting you now, ready or not. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know, we never gon' fly. We got it on lock, ready or not.
Welcome back to Channel 99.9. I'm your host, Damian Henderson, and we're here with Young Joe, aka Mario Lawson. So we just played a video for your new single, Radio Now. Can you talk to us about the creation of that music video?
Oh man, the process behind that video was actually a pretty tedious one. Actually, it started off back in 2015. Actually, I conversated with the video director Marcel Williams up there in Atlanta, and we talked about it. We talked about the video and, you know, the ideas that we had. We bounced off stuff back and forth between each other. He sent me a treatment of the video to, you know, his idea. And, you know, I was like, okay, cool, it's nice. The Stone Mountain stuff, like, we had more ideas for it. But, you know, due to, like, time constraints and, you know, working with the other artists, because the other artist was actually flying in from California to be a part of it. And, you know, that's a real blessing for him to show that much love for me.
Definitely.
You know, we went up to Atlanta. We started off at Stone Mountain. We actually got in trouble because we had a drone flying around. And we
at Stone Mountain?
On Stone Mountain.
Oh, wow.
And kind of got in trouble for it, but we still went with it. We kind of drew a crowd, which was nice. And then we made our way down to downtown. And we shot a lot of stuff there. Like the process, it was fun. It was long. It was a long day. A lot of stuff that we wanted to do that we couldn't do because of, you know, tight lighting and stuff and time constraints with the other artists, with him having a show in Atlanta that day. So it was just but other overall, it was like the whole thing. It was amazing. Like the whole ending product was.
So was this your first music video or?
This is like, I don't know, probably like my 6th, 7th music
video.
Okay.
So what would you say is your favorite part about shooting music videos as an artist?
My favorite part is pretty much just, you know, being in front of a camera, you know, doing my thing and just being myself and being able to show the world who Young Joe is.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So what artists would you like to work with in your career?
Oh man, there's so many artists. We're gonna have to start off by saying T.I. Hands down, T.I. is my guy. I would love to work with Bruno Mars. I love him. Beyonce, Carrie Hilson, Timberland, Katy Perry.
Interesting.
Lady Gaga, like a lot of artists, Maroon 5 and all them. Like it's just a lot.
What artists would you say have inspired you musically?
T.I.
T.I.
Mm-hmm.
So would you have any advice for any children that have, you know, dreams and that are, you know, up and coming?
Oh yeah. The advice that I have for the young ones coming up trying to do what I'm doing to be an inspiring artist, just, you know, keep your faith strong, your dreams alive. Never let nobody tell you that you can't do it, because you can. You know what I'm saying? Just put put your faith, consistency, and hard work in what you do, and I promise you that'll take you far beyond anything.
Cool. Well, that's all we have for tonight. Thank you for joining us tonight for Channel 99 at 9. I'm your host, Damian Henderson, and this is Mario Lawson, aka Young Jock. Would you want to tell them real quick where we could find your music?
You can find my music on YouTube. Go to youtube.com/YoungJolt, YUNGJOLT. You can also follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat at YoungJolt. You can purchase my music, Ready or Nah, the video you saw. You can find that on iTunes, Amped Up on iTunes. You can find it everywhere. Just, Google it. You'll find it.
Thank you. And that's all we have for tonight. Y'all have a good night.